Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. Listen, let's take a look at this video. This is from the a channel that does evictions, Nathaniel Penn. How can you be an older, slow, elderly man? This man looks to me to be about in his 70s. Been saying before, said again, there are systems in place. Some people, how can you not know how life works? It escapes me. So let's listen to this. He is on disability, and of course, that he's somebody's fiance. He's on disability, and guess what? As usual, the wife or the fiance, she's at work. Gee, I wonder who handles everything. Here you go. So they come let him know that, hey, today's the day you're being evicted, and he's like, what?
And I just want you to hear my explanation of what's going on. I don't know really what happened, okay? Because I mean, what, that. So we had a court date. She said, we don't even have to worry about coming to court. Who said it? Yes. Okay. And she squared that away with Renita. And, my fiance, right? And we supposed to get her some money, which the money ain't came yet, but we're waiting on it, right? And she said, okay, we ain't got to worry about it. Because you was going to pay. Yeah. But y'all didn't pay. Yeah. We didn't pay yet. Because we're waiting on the check to come.
So she went through the process of giving you court papers, which cost the landlord money. Then I filed it for free. There's a filing fee for the eviction. It costs money. So let's make this make sense. So the landlord, you haven't paid rent. The landlord then goes out of her pocket because she's missing rent money. Then she has to pay to serve you eviction, to file eviction and have you served. And you say, hey, it wasn't for a check. We're gonna go ahead and pay. She goes, then don't worry about it, under the premise that you're going to pay. But you didn't pay and you thought you was going to stay. Make it, you didn't pay, but you thought, are you serious? Anytime somebody give you some court papers, you shouldn't even trust it and say, just don't show up. You got to hold up to your end of the bargain. If not, they may win by default, but let's continue.
Okay. She giving us time. Now, sir, I want you to explain this to me. I'm trying to completely understand. Because even you got to understand this. Okay, let me tell you what I just heard, and you tell me where I'm wrong. You're saying that you got served to go to court. Right. And she told you, and y'all probably called, I'm just guessing, tell me if I'm wrong, and said, okay, we got X amount of dollars, we're going to pay you. Right. So when you told her that, she said, okay, if you're going to pay, then you don't have to worry about the court because we'll be squared away. Right. So then you didn't pay. So then she proceeded forward with the eviction because she was only stopping because you guys were saying you was going to pay.
Exactly.
So when you didn't pay, she went forward with the eviction. So I'm not understanding what part of that are you having a problem with? I don't have no problem with that, but like I said, I was thinking everything was squared away.
How could it be squared away if you didn't pay? How can it be squared away if you didn't pay? And the woman is a fiance. This guy's not too bright, and I'm sorry, she must not be either. A slow man, it's just not a good look. So you obviously made a deal and didn't hold up to your end of the bargain. And again, you didn't pay and you thought you were going to stay. Let's continue. He's interesting, to say the very least. So now he's on the phone trying to call his fiance who's at work, but I guess she can't get access to her phone. And he's asking the man, Nathaniel, do you have a number I can call the landlord? It's a little late. And then he was asking, like, how am I supposed to move all this stuff out? It's like, dude, you understand they're going to move it out. And why you can't put this stuff, like you see this here under the carport, that's the china cabinet hutch. So they did him a favor by putting it there. It's like, dude, do you think Mijo and them stand up there for nothing? They're going to move it out. They know you're not going to. And he was like, I'm going to go ahead and... Now, keep in mind, they've already supposedly made a deal with the landlord, but didn't hold up to the deal. So now they're here to move the furniture out. And he's up on the phone saying, hey, we need to call the landlord and work something out so they can stop this. It's too late. You think they're moving furniture that's to see if their hands and feet work? I'm trying to talk to him so we can try to stop this. Dude, wow. As my father used to say, you've been here this long and you still don't understand those people. You don't understand how life works.
Each and every other day. But what I'm saying is, at this point, you're making a big deal about not being able to talk to her. But even if you were to call her on that phone, you think she's finna stop? No, yeah. She's not. She's not finna stop.
Did you know that? He said, now keep in mind, so they have not held up their part. You think Nathaniel is out there for free, Mr. Penn out there for free? This is a business. And you think you can just pick up the phone and call, even though you have not paid. You think you can just pick up the phone. Like I said, it's not gonna, you were about the wrong thing. And he asked him, you think you can just call him and just stop? He goes, yeah. Wow.
Point, you're making a big deal about not being able to talk to her, but even if you were to call her on that phone, you think she's finna stop? No, yeah. She's not finna stop.
He said, yeah.
I do. I think so.
He said, I'm sorry, it's not funny. He said, I do. I think so. Wow. So obviously he's not the thinker in the family, and that's probably why the woman handles everything. And look what's happening. I do. I think so. Wow.
Would have called her on that phone. You think she's finna stop? No, yeah. She's not finna stop. I do. I think so. You think if you get her on the phone, she's gonna stop? I mean, she can tell me something. Let her know that she talked to the lady or something. Right. Well, anyway, you might need to go ahead and get in contact with your fiance. That might be your best route. Yeah. Are you listening to it? So you're not listening to me. You okay? I'm telling you like you tell me about your fiance. You saying you can't get in contact with your fiance. I'm telling you, I can't get in contact with the owner. It's the same difference. I just want her number where I can call her. You know, that's for all this.
Explanation.
Right.
The explanation, sir, is that you didn't pay, you can't stay. The landlord cannot support you and your girlfriend.
I won't even say $700 man. Come on. That's not how it works. On the street.
And look, he's acting like he's amazed, like the things have been put on the street. You don't know how eviction... No wonder you getting a check. It might be a slow check, because I really question your mental capacity. Where's they put that? At the Doubletree Hotel? At the Breakers? Where else would they put it, sir? It's slow. He's still trying to call somebody. Calling his fiance who's at work. I'm going to listen to all penny got. He's not getting any important papers like, your ID, your license, your keys. I don't know if they got a strong box. He's not getting maybe like the passports, medications. He just on the phone. So he's calling the fiance to come home ASAP because she's the one that handles everything. And they're moving the stuff out.
They got minutes kicking stuff out. That's how they do it. What now? Just kick stuff out the house. That's how they do it.
You heard he said sometimes you need an interpreter with some of these men. He said, and then they kick your stuff out. That's how they do it. Sir, they are doing it before your eyes. The stuff is on the sidewalk, and he asking Nathaniel, they just pitch your stuff out. Is that how they do it? Well, what do you see?
They got minutes kicking stuff out. That's how they do it. What now? Just kick stuff out the house. That's how they do it.
Obviously, that's what they're doing. I thought men were supposed to lead.
Got stuff all in the China cabinet, man. That China cabinet is heavy in. Yeah, I know. I was looking at that. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a monster.
He hasn't called for a U-Haul, to come get the stuff, make arrangements. He may have called somebody in the beginning, but it's like he just standing there watching. Just standing there watching. And the stuff is being hauled out. Again, doesn't know how life works. They keep your stuff out. That's how they do it. Sir, what do you think? I don't know where she found this dude. Did you find him on Mars? And he's on the lease. He is on the lease. But again, who handles everything? So it amazes me how it's like no one should have to explain things to you. You made an arrangement. You got served eviction notice. Didn't make the payment. Made an arrangement to pay, but you didn't make the payment. Oh, the check still ain't come yet. And you expect it to stay? And so he's calling her. She's at work, so she's gonna come home. Most of the things be out on the street. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You've been here all this time. I don't know that you smoked your life away when you were young. Some people try to run game. He even talked about they even had I don't understand, don't want to pay some time. They even had a family plan. It was him, the fiance, and I guess her grandkids. So you got him, and I think 3 other people on the family plan. And listen, they were supposed to just pay, guess how much? $25. You already know what happened. He said they didn't want to pay, so I had it off. So let's see. You got the younger ones don't want to pay $25 a month for a phone. So that was a family plan. Then you got you guys, and somebody else stays there too because it said it's 3 people that reside in the home. Then you got y'all in the house making a payment arrangements with the landlord, and then you don't even pay. A week to wait on the check, and you thought you were going to be able to stay. You can't be this slow. So now you have an eviction on your record. Good luck finding the next place. It is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. If you can't pay, You're not going to stay. A landlord, you are not their child dependent. They can't house you. Let me know what you all think. I mean, I was like, wow, this is really what they say, not a slow moment, a super slow moment. Again, what did he say in the beginning?
What, and I just want you to hear my explanation.
Your explanation is still going to have you all where you are right now, your things out in the street.
What's going on? I don't know really what happened, okay? Because I mean, what, okay? So, we had a court date. She said, we don't even have to worry about coming to court. Who said it? Okay. And she squared that away with Renita. And, my fiance, right? And we're supposed to get her some money, which the money ain't came yet, but we're waiting on it, right?
You're waiting on it.
And she said, okay, we ain't got to worry about it. Because you was going to pay. Yeah. But y'all didn't pay. Yeah. We didn't pay yet because we're waiting on the check to come. Okay. She's giving us time. Now, sir, I want you to explain this to me. I'm trying to completely understand.
And after this right here, let me tell you, listen. The rent on the home was $600 a month, y'all. Keep in mind, he said they waited on a check. The rent on the house, he said, was $600 a month. Guess how much they're behind? It was $600 a month, but they were paying the landlord $500 a month, $100 short. Guess how much they're behind? But she's supposed to wait on this check that hasn't come yet. They were behind $4,000.
Because even you got to understand this. Okay, let me tell you what I just heard, and you tell me where I'm wrong. You're saying that you got served to go to court. Right. And she told you, and y'all probably called, I'm just guessing, tell me if I'm wrong, and say, okay, we got X amount of dollars, we're going to pay you. Right. So when you told her that, she said, okay, if you're going to pay, then you don't have to worry about the court because we'll be squared away. Right. So then you didn't pay. So then she proceeded forward with the eviction because she was only stopping because you guys were saying you was going to pay.
And you didn't pay, and that's why you can't stay. The rent, and this was just 2 years, I think almost 3 years, about 2.5 years ago. The rent on the house was $600 a month, and they were paying $500. And she working, and he getting disability check. And ended up on the landlord $4,000. You gotta know, you way behind, almost going on 2 years. You were paying like $500 a month. Listen, probably more than 2 years, because that means you're then like $1,200 a month for the whole year. If you're paying $500 a month, you can't pay what you want. You gotta pay what the lease says, the contract. So you might be behind about 3 years. Well, it was $600 a month. We were paying, like $500 a month. Now she said we owe $4,000. So waiting on the check, that's not gonna work. People try to sometimes run game. You can scrounge up an extra $100. You could have maybe picked up some cans and made the extra $100. Maybe try to get you a YouTube. What it's like, the day in the life of a deadbeat, the day in the life of a dusty, the day in the life of a person maybe on disability. Pick whatever you want. Pick all three. The rent $600. Where you gonna find that? Like I said, this was dated in September of 2022. Some people might just be too slow to survive. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out. Unbelievable.